Okay, we're back. I got my worker to do stuff and cycle through a whole bunch of other things. Another mine. Fine. I'll remove the swamp. I mean, I'm building law school either way. Though the crime reduction is apparently very much appreciated in this area, so... Oh, another great worker. Woohoo. I think I'll save you around for when I have a... Finally decided to build one of those unique animal trainers. The ahistorical ones is what I mean. So, let's see here. Bronze is fine. Smith is too... Iron's too much, so... There. Okay, and then 23. So long as it's less than 16 turns, it's almost 16 turns or less, it's fine. The twofer. And then the 10 turn ones. Or even 11 turn if they're... Yep, there. Then the 12 turn ones. Okay. After that, Ebai should be approximately done with their production. The thing is, I'll be... What does the spy give again? 2 science, 4 espionage. Sure. That's sulfur. I think it's worth lowering 8 commerce in order to get 5 more production. Yeah, pretty sure the kangaroos need it, so... Although, the current rate of tech research is in the direction of getting steel unlocked, which provides even more production. So kind of have a lot of buildings that need to be built in multiple cities. So +4 production from the forge. 12. In 34 turns. Okay, the carpenter can work, but that's it. Everything else just takes too long or provides too little production. Yep, just set up a camp so I don't have to do it later. Bears. How's Appy's crime doing? Fine. It's doing fine. The change isn't needed, but it will be for sure helpful in keeping things going. I'm going to consume most of it in order to further increase income. There. That should be a long enough production queue. Part of the problem is I don't know if I still have coal. Charcoal. I think so. I'm not sure if it really matters that much. You know what? Why not? Let's make you immune to first strikes. And also have plus 10% strength on defense. Spices. Okay, I kind of remember the subdued pigeon. Because it's actually fairly important. Not to do any silly business with it. Crime. Oh, wow. Well, that actually is pretty bad crime. Because I haven't done anything for the city in that direction, so. There, the law school on that should be enough. There. That should deal with all the diseases. Alright.
Saul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail.
Okay, I am just checking every city along the way, just to make sure. I do know there's a city that could actually build it. Okay, I know for a fact you were able to build it. Maybe not you. It was Suva, I think. Right? Replace this homing pigeon coop. Ah, never mind. Okay. Well, that explains. That explains it. I am mildly annoyed by this turn of events. Oh hey, an Ethiopian wolf. That'll come in handy. Great, thanks. Empty my treasury, will you? Forest fire. One of the forests burned down. Oh well, that happens. It's a natural occurrence of any forest, really. And an Okapi arrives. Nice. Exactly what was needed. Oh, wait. With drill 4, I can pick up heroic 2. Sure. Now, I just need to get another 4 levels, which might take another 400 experience points. But if that happens, that would be nice. Just a lumber mill. I don't care if there are horses there. The lumber mill is just better in every way in this case. Crime's fine, so. Build some of the more interesting buildings. Including that gambling den. I'm sure I'll make even more money.
There never was a good knife made of bad steel.
Okay, good to see that I'm still in the lead. Hopefully by a lot. Well, I should be. We've just passed 1000 BC, and I'm in the. I'm halfway through the Middle Ages. Just a moment. Got something I need to do. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. And that. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna be a while before it fully resolves itself anyway, so. Okay. Gonna get you a reptile. Lumber mill. Oh geez, we're now farming random sea tiles. Isn't that a wonderful sign? Yeah, if that's happening, the city is running out of places to put citizens. At least on land. Okay, so I can still build a steel smelter. I'm not gonna have it build anything else because steelsmith requires having steel in order to build. So I need to build a smelter before I can build any smiths. But once I've built a smith in one city, I'll have it doable in every city. Weird how you only had 2 levels. So that's the lowered XP gain. I wonder what it could have been. Yeah, I think this spot is the best. Right? No, here. Okay, so the Hittite Empire has claimed the fish, so those are the Hittites, for sure. I just haven't met them yet because I need for site to be established. They either need to send a unit with site 2 over to there, or I have to have one sent over to here. That's it? Hmm. Perhaps animal spawn rates have started to go down. Oh no, not the donkeys. No. Oh, it's a young forest. Okay, so then I have less reason to actually build here. That's caps lock. Oh yeah, that's an aqueduct. This time. Okay. Same reason as with Hangaron. Roa? Yeah, Hangaroa. I can't build the steelsmith unless I have a steel smelter somewhere. So, just that one building. Nothing else. You definitely need that butchery. Anything that hasn't built one is either still in the middle of setting its production up or needs to build it now. There we go. It needs a turn. Plain and simple. Or is there anything interesting the Wonders can build? Anything that provides me with free buildings? Free monument in every city. Well, again, perhaps I should wait a bit before building anything. There, a shearing barn. Some quick and easy cash. That only takes 2 turns. Helps pay for all the universities I've been building. There we go. As I said, all it needed was really just a turn. Anyway, Petra. +1 trade route in every city is nice. And here we have a new tech.
Diamonds are nothing more than chunks of coal that stuck to their jobs.
I already have coal mined. Isn't that impressive? Let's go with, you know what, actually invention. Okay, clockworks. It's nice when a tech takes less than 10 turns to research. So I know I'm going very fast. Smelter, smith, okay, this. Okay, fine. Definitely building a law school. Town patrol. And a gambling den and a grocer as a treat. Of course, Honolulu is the one that already has coal. Yeah, I think I should pull the mechanism. Yeah, let's do the mechanism. Keep Anything that bongo gives me something. But no, there's no herd antelope. Okay, forge done. How are you looking? +6. So anything that's less than 5 turns per. If it weren't for the fact that, you know, this still exists. So, yeah. It's not quite true. I think these are close enough to work for that. Same as this. For this. Oh, I completely forgot about the engineering school. That applies way more. Backpack. And the Rhino camp is pretty much the only one that I'm willing to consider over going through the effort of getting an engineering school. But the engineering school is absolutely worth it. Which is why I need to build a trading post. Whenever it appears as an option. I think in those 4 turns. Yeah. Dancing bear. What to do with you? First strike immunity. City. And that's the last on this continent. With a reasonable amount of culture spread, everything will be visible. So there's no longer any need to worry about that sort of a thing. Okay, mine camp is done. Yeah, the ancient customs are still better than the engineering school by a long shot. It'll take a couple more techs before the engineering school actually becomes better, at least production-wise. And the ancient customs have, like, food and culture on top of that. So yeah, it becomes a question of, is there anything that actually... No, not really. Well, maybe. Forge is 4. The carpenter... Yeah, okay, the carpenter's good enough to build first. But after that is the unavoidable trading post. That must be built. Okay, the mining camp. Say anything 12 or 13 turns. Less than 12 or 13 turns is fine. Per. Okay, that was fairly anticlimactic, I must say. Admittedly, it doesn't actually have a good spot to work right now. It's a bit too distant from all the other cities. Any of the really well-established ones, anyway. I mean, I did deliberately pick the spot to avoid the other cities. I mean, this one was just to fill in a gap that Honolulu left behind. City Council. University and law school. Do you need the crime reduction? Yeah. Okay. High walls. I needed to build the castle anyway, and I gotta build a few of those for that mission. Shipping part. I know it won't be enough to pay for it, but... Okay, stone tool maker. No, for a fact that's good enough for the engineering school to be built before the engineering school. The hematite gather is just barely good enough. Trading post. Thankfully, the slow but consistent gain of population is doing wonders. Oh, this isn't actually inside of my city influence. I'm not sure what's spreading. The town is. Huh, now that's fascinating. That actually explains a lot. Oh, towns are going to be annoying now, aren't they? Oh, it's not like there's much of anything I can do about it. Yeah, let's avoid the bears. That's good practice. Generally, a good practice. You don't need the crime reduction, but you do need disease reduction. A lot of disease reduction. There, and that should fulfill your issues. do want to get that Hippocratic Oath at some point. Unless someone else has already built, but I doubt it.
Necessity, who is the mother of invention.
Leonardo's Workshop. Ooh. +1 production from engineers in all cities. Plus 25% science and free tech. Amazing. Dun, 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 dun. I think I've got the big cat enclosures in every city now. Yeah, okay. Ah, Pliocene remains. Neat. I am so going to have to dig through the files for this song. And you've... Okay, that aspect is very familiar, that ending bit. And I need to dig through the files for that song, because that is going to be the music for the drawing time-lapse of the Middle Ages. Probably. There might be bleed over from the Renaissance period, I don't know. I know for a fact that certain ones like to bleed over the songs, so... Inventor's Workshop. I think that's a requirement for Leonardo's Workshop. No, it is not. Okay, good to know. In fact, I think well, it depends on what Libella's building. I think I'll build one of the wonders in there. The one that... looks like much of their queues. just early stuff, so I'll check to see if there's anything. Build the steel stuff and then could have sworn. Did it get built? Must have gotten built. How the heck did it get built? Just check again. Yeah, where did it go? I was looking at it just now, that one of these wonders, the early ones over here. Fuck, I was looking at it just now. It's not the Petra, I know that for sure. There, Abu Zamel. Requires peak and save. Oh, that's what. I was hoping to make it this city, but I guess not. I'll go back to building everything that I wanted that costs basically 2 turns to build. There. Yeah, some things don't even appear if the map requirements aren't met. Like, at all. So, be wary of that. It could confuse you quite a bit. As is kind of obvious from my example. Dancing bear. The medieval music, when it isn't all religious choir, is so good. Oh, look, a viaduct. And castle. It opens up a lot of buildings, but, well, lack of interest from me. Some of them might be helpful. But Goth, do you have a crime problem? Yes, okay. That's not a fun crime problem either. Okay, law school and high walls. Probably will be fine with the bazaar in order to help recoup the costs of the high walls. Those things are expensive to keep. I've started paying attention more and more to maintenance lately. Jeez, a lot of buildings are really bad about it. However, with all the preparations I made with all the enclosures and whatnot, as well as remains, I should be ready for whatever comes to me, science-wise. I'm gonna see a nice boost from the relevant techs. A very nice boost. Oh, you're done with that. Okay. Nice. Thank you. Okay, engineering school, yeah, I've already established that it will be built. Okay, so the plus 15% is at plus 6 production. So the cheapest is this, so it has to be less than 4 turns? 4 turns or less? Efficiency? Yeah. Gonna do the Tannin Maker because I feel about right. Treadmill Crane. That, and I think that's it. No, bronze still fits. Barely. I'm gonna stop it with that for now, at least with that city. Because new technology is coming, and that might adjust the orders of the order of operations. Because I'll be able to build a watchmaker shop and a town clock. Watchmaker shop gives 2 production. The town clock replaces the water clock. The water clock gives plus 10%. The town clock gives plus 2 and another 5%. Also, it's given for free by Big Ben, so I'm building that. I do need to have 3 town clocks to build it for, though. That's just an hour. Snake Pit. Rhino Camp. Oh, hey. I can use it for a dance. Oh, what did I just build? Was that a donkey? Great. I wasn't actually paying attention to the animal. That, not much I could do about it. I'm also pretty close to having a new great person. There's a from Brian Ricky. There's a wide variety of possibilities from that, though. Very wide variety. Falconry School. It was the other continent, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Oh, look, there's Pig. Oh, okay. Worker, head there, mine some more coal. It's good to have multiples just in case something happens. And also, bonus effects down the line.
I wasted time, and now doth time waste me. For now hath time made me his numbering clock. My thoughts are minutes.
It's going to be helpful down the line, won't it? Sure, mountain mine. Or perhaps not. Cartography? Maybe. Or I can finally do the whaling thing. There's also usury. Get even more fun. Gambling hall. It's the exact same as the gambling den. That's strange. Progress check. Still no new religions, which is strange. Wait, crop protection gives the community garden 4 food. Okay. Cartography? There we go. Petra. Oh, there's coal here too. Okay. Peak Marsh? Peak Muddy. Strange. Strangest things. Right, 10 to mine some coal. Plus 12. Sadly, I think that's out of reach of any of my cities. I'm not sure though. You're one of my big production cities, so of course you're going to get that. I'm not too worried about it though. My other cities can probably get to building enough town clocks so that I can build the Big Ben in another city. With big production numbers. There's another. Slowly filling in the cities with donkey herds. Gotta make sure everyone has access to everyone's favorite equine. Yeah, I haven't been the wealthiest in a while. I wonder who's first. Although then again, I have been putting everything into expanding as fast as I can manage. While trying my best to avoid a negative balance. So. And I have a very, very large region of the map that I just started to finish with filling in. Oh, hello, Oppenheimer. Gotta build another academy. It helps speed up research, even if it's not permanent. Speeds it up a lot more than a great scientist, specialist would manage to do. Falconry School. Annoying event. Okay. Okay, the roper can do that. And actually the tannery. Hmm. Can the forge... No. It cannot. The engineering school is better. That's a bit of a strange thought, but it is. Also better than the elephant camp, isn't it? Yep, okay. There, that should do it for a while. Yeah, I'll handle the cities and then call it for the session. It's been going on long enough. What's the city doing? Okay, I could actually use a crime reduction. And I'm having trouble finding a good one. Okay, high walls and keep tower. Alright then. Yeah. We're down to 4 civs somehow. Yes. 2 other civs have managed to die out without me getting involved in any way, shape, or form. Which is potentially scary. Yeah. I am working my way through the text. I'm about halfway through medieval, I'd say. Probably more so, actually. More than halfway through. I've gotten education, so I've been building universities all over the place. It's been doing a number on the budget, that's for sure, but I think it's doing fine overall. Let's see here. Okay, I think what I need to do is set up a warden after I finish the mechanism. and then ship it over to one of the islands immediately. Then set up a longbowman, a dock worker, those are general purpose, and a settler to actually settle said island. There. I'm probably going to do this one first, even if it doesn't have anything well, it's got camels, which I don't think I actually have access to, so it's going to be good to have them for reals. But there are also plenty of, at the very least, the space that I actually want to settle, which is the salt flats, is open for the taking. So that's not a problem. Honestly, this island is pretty cut off, so settling it is not actually that important. Same with these islands over here. They're extremely cut off. Actually, these islands are like last priority. Because the only way someone will get them first is if they research compass and we're living over here. Or possibly over here. I mean, there's no way to know. I have, however, established the identity of one of the remaining empires. Hittites. Yeah, their borders expanded to here, and I can actually hover over it and see them. Their name. Though, unless I send a ship over to one of these tiles that has 2 vision, the outrigger that's wandering around hunting, yeah. It's not actually going to be a problem. Probably. I'll get to it eventually. I just don't feel like I'm ready to deal with having another civ around. I'll research it when I can, when I feel it's right. I mean, once I get rudder, I can grab compass, which allows me to, well, allows all units to go ahead and enter water that were unlocked in the medieval era, at least the water units, which would happen to be the cargo ship. Yes, there's a cog over here. Oh, it can't actually enter astronomy. However, I can send the sloop of war and the caravel over. So I can't actually transport stuff. Not until Renaissance. With astronomy over here. Once I have that, then it's accessible. For settling, but before that it's just strictly exploration and maybe a bit of piracy as a treat. But there will be unexplored areas. I'm sure there's going to be areas that don't have, that might have leftover unexplored islands, you know, the goody huts. And it may lead to more fun and fascinating concepts, like for some reason the villagers having a map of cislunar space in orbit all the way up to the moon. Uh-huh. I'm not supposed to be able to see that. Orbit should be, very difficult to see through in order to keep the space map from appearing until you're actually ready for it. Still mildly annoyed by how broken latitude becomes, since it breaks a lot of things. Oh well. Things are going fairly well. I've started building wonders again. Like over here in Aksum, I'm building Abu Simbel in order to lower maintenance costs because there are certain wonders that create secondary capitals. In Civ, it's only the Forbidden Palace that does that in the vanilla game. However, C2C has multiple of these. So if I build a palace, build a secondary capital here, it removes that distance from palace maintenance cost. And also recalculates it for nearby cities. So all the ones on this island, and probably also Bariki and maybe Lautoka. Maybe. As well as for any cities I settle down here. That's what the secondary capital are for. In fact, I might build one over here for a similar effect, because, for example, over here, I'm spending 27 gold for distance from capital. The bigger cities have higher maintenance costs naturally. Like over here, it's the biggest maintenance cost, 141. Whereas over here, it's only 49, because the city is smaller. There's not as much population. More pops means more maintenance costs, but also more resources available. More production, more commerce to produce science, more specialists to provide advanced materials and birth rate. Like I've got free. Well, actually, that's. How come I have a lawyer? Yeah. No, I just want slaughters now. Oh yeah, because of pacifism, I have unlimited artists. Anyway, I think I've gone on long enough. Yeah, tech tree. Woo. I haven't changed my civics around. There was not a reason to. And hooray, science is above culture output. Though if I bring this down a bit, yeah, that's no longer the case. Wait, that's strange. Yeah, it just goes to show that about 2/3 of my science output is from commerce. That leftover is from science buildings, base output. Science buildings, wonders, etc. Scientists and other specialists that provide science. Yeah. Anyway, I definitely need to build wonders. I mean, the other option is to conquer them off of other people. So if they have the wonder in the city, I get it, but I'd rather not give other people too much of an advantage. At least by building the ones that are very, very useful, such as free building in every city. Those are amazing. I'm going to build the Big Ben as soon as it's available, specifically for that reason. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then,